Up for the beef and meat, indeed.
It's a middleweight meet down here, and this one, meat boy, and a true pick'em in that. We got Armen Petrosyan 8-2, 3-1 in the UFC, taking on Rodolfo Vieira, who has a pretty similar record, 9-2 overall, 4-2 in the UFC, and his only losses are to Fluffy Hernandez and Chris Curtis. So when Vieira has gone up against guys who aren't quite in that top 15, top 10 conversation, he has been able to get it done. I mean, he took out Piahota, beat Saperbek Safarov, beat Dustin Stoltzfus, and most recently got a nice performance at the night finish over Cody Brundage in a fight that he kind of controlled start to finish and really made Cody Brundage quit like he has been doing recently. So some pretty good stuff for Rodolfo Vieira, but Petrosyan, you can say the same thing. He's won two straight, two decisions against AJ Dobson, who probably should be in a lower weight class, and to CLD licensed Christian Leroy Duncan, who is truly awful, but nonetheless, Petrosyan with some nice recent wins. His only loss is to against Kyle Bahalio, and this guy also has a nice win over RoboCop as well. So this one should be fascinating from my end. I was curious to see that even though it is a pick'em by Vegas standards, Tapology is awfully bullish on Superman Petrosyan, the Armenian fighter. So what are your thoughts on this one? Do you think that the black belt hunter is going to pick up another nice finish over Petrosyan, or is Petrosyan going to use his height to his advantage and maybe sleep Vieira? Who are you taking?
Yeah, this is a great fight, fun fight. I gotta take my boy, the black belt hunter, Rodolfo Vieira. He looked great his last bout, and I'm not too sold on Superman Petrosyan. He is a pretty good fighter, but I don't know. I like Rodolfo. Rodolfo really seems like every time he loses, he comes back with a win, and he really levels up. And I think he's gonna keep on that win streak, get two on the belt, and then maybe go back and start making that nice run to the title, hopefully.
Yeah, because I mean, prior to that fight against Fluffy Hernandez, I mean, a lot of people were saying that Vieira was not maybe next in line, but was on the short list of future champs potentially. And then I think Fluffy Hernandez sort of reminded everyone how good he truly is. But Vieira, you got to give him some credit in that he's won 2 of 3, and again, that only loss in between was to Chris Curtis, and that was a fight where Chris Curtis really did dominate and made Vieira look pretty bad. But nonetheless, you love to see the response against Cody Brundage, and I personally was a little bit surprised by Tapology. 72% is Roland Petrosyan again, majority by decision, and only 28% is Roland the Black Belt Hunter. It's basically all copper. If you're taking Rodolfo, do you think that he gets an early and often submission, and any chance Petrosyan survives a couple rounds, or would you anticipate it to be in rounds 1 or 2?
Yeah, man, it's such a tough one. I think there would be a finish. I think either Armin wins by KO or Rodolfo wins by submission, but it wouldn't surprise me if either one of these guys goes to decision. They've both done it before, and I don't know. I don't really see a KO happening. If one does happen, it's because Rodolfo is a two pump chump and gets gassed out. But I think Rodolfo is going to win by submission first or second round.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that as well. I mean, we have seen Vieira sometimes have the gas tank issues, so if somehow Petrosyan can survive, then you can see the anxiety just spike, and it's quite visible from Vieira. When that dude gets gassed out, he does not want to be in the octagon. But I'm with you on this one, me boy. I think that he's going to find a way to get that early finish, and even though Petrosyan hasn't been finished in the UFC yet, I think that this could be a winnable opportunity for Vieira to give him his first loss by finish and in front of his hometown crowd, because you got to imagine that this is a moment Vieira has been working towards, and if he isn't ready to capitalize, then perhaps it's the PFL or BKFC for Vieira. So we'll see if he can capitalize on the moment. I'm with you all the way. I'm going to go by first round submission, and if Petrosyan sleeps him with something stiff, would that surprise you though?
It would surprise me, just because I feel like Rodolfo he's just been getting better and better, and to him get slept by the Superman Petrosyan, that means he's getting worse. So hopefully he's not getting worse, but I don't know. This sport is just crazy, and a lot of crazy things been happening. I mean, Israel Adesanya lost to Sean Strickland. At this point, anything's possible. So who knows? Maybe Armin stiffs him in the first 10 seconds with a good old 2-second lip job. But throw in the comments who you taking and why, Black Belt Hunter or Superman?